What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another
My name is Jeff.
Reacts, and welcome back to Dylan Day. Day where I have Dylan Day. To those of you that don't know, I have Dylan Day and Alex Day, where I say thank you to both of my cousin and my bro Alex. Both of you are basically my bros, but you know, just for being such awesome bros over the years and really helping me with my YouTube the way that you have. Like, honestly, thank you seriously both so much. This day is going to Alex and Dylan. Today you actually requested Migraine by 21 Pilots. It's actually been a bit since I listened to 21 Pilots. I don't know if I've actually heard this one. We'll see. I definitely haven't heard enough to fully know the song. Let's say that there's a chance I've heard the chorus a couple times somewhere on some online video somewhere, and I just wasn't paying attention to it, but we'll see. It should be a good one, but I remember liking Stressed Out, so, and they came out with another hit a few years back, and that one wasn't exactly my taste, but like, they're a good band. Honestly, they're talented. I won't ramble too much about it. We'll dive into it. I hope you guys are having a good day, and if not, I hope I could bring some sort of positive light to your day. Because guys, whatever's going on for you, whatever it may be, just remember that you are not alone. You are never alone. You're a warrior. You're a soldier. Stay strong. I believe in you. And if you need it, the comments are there for an event, or you can DM me personally on my socials. But you do got this. Bro fist, high five. You got this, guys. I know it's easier said than done, but you do got this. Now, if I may transition, please just check the links in my description. You won't regret it. Phone holders, message me on my socials, 1050 US only. They're cool, guys. Check them out.
Am I the only one I know? Waging my wars behind my face and above my throat. Shadows will scream that I'm alone.
There's our usual 21 Pilots rhythm.
I've got a migraine, and my pain will range from up, down, and sideways. Thank God it's Friday, cause Fridays will always be better than Sundays, cause Sundays are my suicide days. I don't know why they always seem so dismal. Thunderstorms, cloud, snow, and a slight drizzle. Whether it's the weather or the letters by my bed, sometimes death seems better than the migraine in my head. Let it be said what the headache represents. It's me defending in suspense, it's me suspended in a defenseless test, being tested by a ruthless examiner that's represented best by my depressing thoughts. I do not have writer's block, my reader just hates the clock. It will not let me sleep, I get so sleep when I'm dead, and sometimes death seems better than the migraine in my head. Am I the only one I know? Waging my wars behind my face and above my throat. Shadows will scream that I'm alone, but I know we've made it this far, kid.
Okay, doing a pause real quick. Gotta get in a pause for copyright. Everybody knows that. I really gotta say this. I mean, I know it's them, but this almost sounds like the same rhythm of Stressed Out. I know it's not exactly the same, and I don't want to get anybody coming at me. Dude, it's not the same. It sounds very similar, but I noticed the difference in it, and I know that's different lyrics and everything. It just sounds similar. Like, you can tell it's like their trademark sound, you know? Like, some bands just have a trademark sound, and that's them. You can definitely tell it's 21 Pilots, and I really like that. I love the drum. I love the dude's voice. Definitely very interesting to have the robotic thing come in at the start. Like, you almost always know it's going to be a good song when it comes in with that robot type sound for the singer's voice, and then like just has that simple yet elegant kind of. There's rock, but there's electronic, but it's more rock than electronic, but it's got that dash of electronic that just kind of gives it that extra edge. I don't know. It's good though, and they're definitely talking about stress again. Just a migraine basically coming from stress and being depressed. I know he wanted to say depressed, but he stopped. He's like, ugh. This is from being depressed. You know. I like it. I like it. Keep going. It's like it's funny, but they're still talking about something serious.
Kid. pardon me for yelling, I'm telling you, green gardens are not what's growing in my psyche. It's a different me, a difficult to beast, a feasting umber down trees. Freeze frame, please let me paint a mental picture portrait, something you won't forget. It's all about my forehead and how it is a torque that holds back contents that make Pandora's box contents look non-violent. Behind my eyelids are islands of violence. My mind shipwrecked, this is the only land my mind could find. I did not know it was such a violent island, full of tidal waves, suicidal crazed lions. They're trying to eat me, blood running down the chin. And I know that I can fight or I can let the lion win. I begin to assemble what weapons I can find, cause sometimes to stay alive you gotta kill your mind. Am I the only one I know, waging my wars behind my face and above my throat? Shadows will scream that I'm alone, but I know we've made it this far, kid.
Okay, pause one more time. I definitely want to look at the lyrics, just double check myself here. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what they're singing about, but even if it is, you still want to dive in further and get the full story of what they're saying. And for all we know, they could just be throwing in little things about mental health and just still goofing off, because sometimes some songs do that. You never really know what they're going to do. They could fully talk about mental health. Maybe they'll just joke about it, which obviously not many, you really shouldn't joke about it, but sometimes people just make jokes of things to make it, less serious and just kind of like enjoy life. Like, I know we all deal with stuff, but try to smile, try to still enjoy your life. I'm with you. I'm right there with you. I promise. I'm not taking it away, but just try to enjoy your life a little bit. Like, poke at it a little, This could, you never know if it's a mix of both. Making light of just life or making fun of it. Or actually getting deep and talking about it, but using the, yeah. I'm overthinking.
Say that we should take a day to break away from all the pain our brain has made. The game is not played alone. And I will say that we should take a moment and hold it and keep it frozen and know that life has a hopeful undertone.
I definitely can't keep up with that.
We should take a day to break away from all the pain our brain has made. The game is not played alone. And I will say that we should take a moment and hold it and keep it frozen and know that life has a hopeful undertone. Am I the only one I know, waging my wars behind my face and above my throne? Shadows will scream that I'm alone, but I know we've made it this far, kid. Made it this far. Made it this.
Oh, that's, bro. I mean, that's good, but that's also kind of cheap. Made it this. That's kind of mean, but I like it. So when did this come out? 11 years ago. I definitely had to have heard of this song a couple times. I just never really dove into it before. How is there no official music video for this? That's lyrics. Oh, there are lyrics in the description. Okay. Am I the only one I know waging wars behind my face and a face above my throat? Shadows will scream that I'm alone. I've got a migraine and my pain will range from up and down, sideways. Thank God it's Friday, because Fridays will always be better than Sundays, because Sundays are my suicide days. I don't know why they always seem so dismal. Thunderstorms, clouds, snow, and a light drizzle. Whether it's the weather or the bed, letters by my bed, sometimes death seems better than the migraine in my head. Let it be said let it be said what the headache represents. It's me defending in suspense. It's me suspended in defenselessness, being tested by a ruthless examinant that's represented by my depressing thoughts. Funny thing is, I know that's exactly what he said, but I forgot that he did that, so as I read that, I'm like, ooh. I do not have writer's block. My writer just hates the clock. It will not let me sleep. I'll get some sleep when I'm dead, and sometimes death seems better than the migraine in my head. Dang. Am I the only one I know? So the chorus again. I'm not as fine as I seem. Pardon me for yelling. I'm telling you, green gardens are not what's growing in my psyche. It's a different me, a difficult to be. Stop feasting, lumber down trees. Freeze frame. Please let me paint a mental picture portrait, something you won't forget. It's all about my forehead. And now it is a door that holds back contents. that make Pandora's box contents look non-violent. Behind my eyelids are islands of violence, but my mind's shipwrecked. This is the only land my mind could find. I did not know it was such a violent island full of tidal waves, suicidal, crazed lions trying to eat me, blood running down their chin, and now I know that I can fight or let the lion win. I begin to assemble what weapons I can find, because sometimes to stay alive you gotta kill your own mind. Chorus again, and I will say that we should take a day to break away from all the pain our brain has made. The game is not played alone, and I will say that we should take a moment and hold it and keep it frozen and know that life has a hopeful undertone. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know how blurry that was. I don't know how long that was blurry for. I should have checked it after the second pause. That's my bad. I forgot. My brain just slips sometimes. I know I've been having problems with that. I mean, the camera's good. It just gets blurry at times. And I'm sorry. I mean, you could. If it was blurry during the reaction, you should still be able to like tell how into the song I was. I am sorry for that though. I'm sorry. I really wish I had a viewfinder on this camera. I need to find a way to invest in one. I have two different cameras that I use, and this is one of them, and it does not have a viewfinder. That little lens, that little screen that pops up so you can see yourself while you're recording, and I can't tell when it goes blurry and stuff. So I am sorry for that, and I'm sorry that I basically, for all I know, I just read everything while it was blurry. I can't take that back. All I can do is apologize. I know it's annoying. I look in editing and I'm like, dude, it's blurry, fix it. So annoying when it does that. And they can never tell when it's actually going to do it, whatever I'm doing, if it's going to do it. Now, this is definitely talking about mental health in the most severe way. Like, it's that typical 21 Pilots kind of fun, energetic beat, like they're using this fun beat to kind of talk about something serious, and you get that with a lot of bands nowadays. I mean, sometimes they will dive in with a heavier note, you know, with a heavier tune, but this is just, hey, I'm depressed, I'm suicidal, you know, but we're gonna have fun with this beat. Like, we're just gonna have fun, you know, because you put on a face. You get used to putting on a face for people when you're feeling miserable. Like, you feel like you have to do something, so you just put on, like, even if you're feeling absolutely down and out, like, don't want to do anything, no motivation, you hate the world, you hate yourself, the list goes on and on. But there's this, you gotta work, you want to be around people, you just put on a face for them. And migraine kind of just comes from being tired of putting on that face. You know, let me be me, let me lay down for a little bit and just collect whatever thoughts I have, whether they're dark or not. Let me just be by myself for a little bit and just sulk in this for just a little bit. And occasionally you do get a migraine from actually dealing with that. It sucks to really, I'll say it time and time again, I can understand. I have actual, like, diagnosed anxiety and depression myself, so I know. I've had thoughts myself, like, I can fully understand. I personally don't want to dive too deep. I mean, I know stuff like this, you know, you should talk about it. You should, like, I want to relate to people as much as possible, but some things I just don't really want to say. But all I can really say is, like, everybody's got their own story. Everybody's got their own way that they deal with things. You know, not one person is the exact same as the other. Everybody has their own stories and their own way that they fix their problems. And everybody's got their own time duration too. If people try to say, oh, just feel better, just go do this, spend a couple days, go do this. You know, sometimes it is that easy. You know, you can fixate on one thought and feel completely better for a while. You know, you're just done within a few minutes or a day. Like, hey, this person totally wrecked my life. But other times it can take days, weeks, sometimes months. You know, not everybody, unfortunately, sometimes those deep funks really can last for a while, and it's not as easy to just say, just feel better. Like, it's a nice thought, it's a nice gesture, like, you do want to feel better, but it's a chemical thing in your brain. You can't just feel better. You gotta ride it out. And unfortunately, a lot of people deal with that most of their lives, me included. I've dealt with anxiety literally since I was a little kid. I've had panic attacks. I know that's what these reactions are for, but I'll just cut to the chase. Like, I've dealt with panic attacks, overthinking, rocking back and forth for no reason, crying, like, literally, not just a little tear, but like river, just whether I'm out in public at a store, whether I'm working at the store or I'm a customer at the store, or being with family. And I love my family, don't get me wrong, I love all my family. There is no favorites here, I'll pick this or that. You know, whether I'm with family or a friend or just simply, like whatever it is, every now and then your brain just decides for no reason, I'm gonna panic now and I need to run somewhere and be by myself, control my heart beating out of my chest. Or sometimes it doesn't even happen like that. Sometimes it's not even a full-fledged palpitation. You just want to be alone for a second. Like, you don't even feel fully overwhelmed, but there's overstimulation. And you just... I'm not about to panic, but I'm not comfortable with this situation. Even if nobody's doing anything wrong, I need to get out of this. You're fine. You didn't do anything. It's just me. Like, there's just that chemical imbalance. As a science, like, I'm not much for science, but I know that is a scientific thing. Like, the electricity in our brains and the chemicals and everything, there is just that chemical in your brain that puts you into fight or flight mode, and sometimes you just have to get away from a situation. Anxiety is a real thing, and it kind of, especially the level of anxiety I get, it can sometimes cause depression. I mean, I know that anxiety and depression are two different things, but sometimes they do end up colliding. Like, I want to get out. I want to talk to people. Okay, people are scary. I'm going back to my room now. I don't want to deal with the world. I don't want to deal with anybody. Like, I've dealt with severe... When I was a kid, it was more mild, but the older I've got, like, it's just gone so severe, it's not funny. There's days I'm actually okay. I can get out. I can talk to people. But it's almost... But then there's just those days, like... And it fluctuates when you least expect it to. You can never say, this day I'm going to feel that way, and that... Like, it can fluctuate on the dime. I could be sitting there having the best conversation with somebody, and then all of a sudden just my brain checks out and I say, I've got to go. I've just got to go. You didn't do anything wrong. It's me. It just happens. No, this is just diving into mental health and talking suicidal thoughts and depression, and unfortunately, I mean, this came out 11 years ago, and the last few years alone for this country have been the most nuts. And I know a lot more people are dealing with even more mental health than they were before. It's so crazy, and it's definitely something that needs to be talked about more and more. And people are just so afraid to talk about it because they either don't want to open up about their own stress, they're worried somebody's going to shun them. You're talking about this, but you don't even know what you're talking about. I got this going on, that going on. People are so quick to judge. Shut up and let somebody talk. Simple as that. There's so many people that just want to judge you and jump on you. Mental health is a serious thing, and more people need to realize, hey, let them talk about it. I need to shut up now. I don't even want to dive into any further. Usually I do, but I think I've talked long enough. I can always dive into it in the comments with you guys. Like, we can have a general discussion in the comments. You guys let me know what you think. Dylan, seriously, thank you, brother. I appreciate it as always. Let me know what you want to see next week, man. You gotta stay on top of it. Let me know what you want next week. Another 21. Yeah. Ramble. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so very much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, remember,
My name is Jeff.
Pef Junkies unite. And I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. Love, peace, and chicken grease. You guys have a fantastic day and a fantastic night. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, bro.